71 plus men here for the Dextro Energy ITU Triathlon, and they are off. Wetsuits being worn, just over 16 degrees in the water. Already one of the athletes losing his goggles in just the first few meters. The big stars here ready to race each other on a consistent basis. Bevan Docherty, the Olympic Games twice medalist. Simon Whitfield is in the field as well. Brad Kullefelt, Chris Gimmel, they are all here trying to start their pursuit of the 2009 World Championship. We talked to Peter Robertson before, and he said, in fact, he was trying to get back his fourth title. That's Frederic Belabre, a past medalist at World Championships with a great opening swim. Three of the Russians in the top 10 going through the early stages of this two-lap, 1,500-meter swim, and they are very tightly bunched together. One of the Koreans, Kim, now sitting just on the side of Frederic Belabre. Belabre, an incredible swimmer. The man just 5'7", but he's always a major factor when you see him in triathlon. The Korean first out, and he'll be certainly making the home fans very excited. Just over 18 minutes and change as they come through, about 150 meters to get to the transition zone. And that is Frederic right there just going off, and they will have a 5-lap, very hilly bike course in front of them. Not quite the wind that they had yesterday for the women, over 30-kilometer-hour winds yesterday, but today they're going to have to deal with the fact that this competition all wants to have their share of that $150,000 prize purse. Onto the blue carpet, and they will be ready to head out here very quickly. There's Brukhankov, the big Russian, a silver medalist as a junior, and you can see the Russians right there. They have 3 in the top 6 out of the water. Mishilov also right into that bunch. Just coming out there is Freeman from Great Britain. But the first 2 athletes out, the Korean and Frederic Belabre, will be the first 2 to hit the first of the 5 legs of the bike. Frederic Belabre, a past European champion, and he got away on the bike, and that was how he was able to win his title. Mark Freda to the left, Frederic Belabre, and the pack looks like they might let these 2 men get away. That could be very dangerous. We saw Frederic win the European Championships in a breakaway, and right now Mark Freda, the man who just left writing his final law classes just a few days ago, has not had the kind of fitness that he was looking for. He had a foot problem, but he'll be very motivated to try to get away on the bike. Freda from the United States, Frederic Belabre from France, and they are starting to open up a bit of a lead on the chase athletes. Here comes 2 of the Russians, Brukhankov and Polanski. The 2 of them have broken away from the chase pack now, less than 10 kilometers from the end of this 40-kilometer ride. There is big Matt Reed. We would have anticipated him being a part of that breakaway. He is a very strong man. Is over 46 men now in the chase pack. Frederic Belabre and Mark Freda, they will have about a 35-second gap over the 2 Russians as they get ready to head out onto the 4 laps. Very flat for the run course, but they're going to have to worry about multiple corners. Frederic Belabre first out on to the start of the run, and here come the 2 Russians. Brukhankov with 2 podiums in his career. Polanski never has been on the podium yet, but the 2 men very motivated, and there you can see Frederic Belabre looking like he's laboring just a bit. Here comes a chase pack with the big runners, Chris Gimmel, Brad Kullefelt, Peter Robertson, and they're just now racking the bike. Courtney Atkinson, the man who has twice already this year won World Cup races. Can he get the lucky number 3 so early on in the year? They'll head out, down, away from town, and follow the water on the way back. Matt Reed trying to get into the shoes at 6'6". That is a big frame going through the transition zone. Tim Dawn just heading off. He spent his winter in South Africa and Stellenbosch, and running side by side. Brukhankov and Polanski have now moved into the lead. You can see the chase athletes coming after them. Frederic Belabre falling off just a bit. Kyle Jones just going through right there. Wilson as well. Philip Ospley, a past World Cup winner. And here comes some big, quick runners, and they are going after the 2 Russians. Into that group, Jared Shoemaker, Bevan Docherty, Chris Gimmel into that bunch. Vidal falling off the pack, but the 2 Russians look like they are going to be caught here fairly quickly. Brukhankov really starting to suffer. The big man showed a lot of effort throughout the bike in the early stages of this run. Kullefelt just having hip surgery less than 5 months ago, still coming back and rehabbing. And now into the late stages of the race, we can see it's down to 4. The Russian Polanski, the 2 Kiwis, Chris Gimmel, along with Bevan Docherty and Brad Kullefelt. 4 men, only 3 positions on the podium. It is going to be a very tough last few hundred meters. Justice right there trying to hang on for a top 10 finish, and here they come. It is Brad Kullefelt, Bevan Docherty, 2 men side by side. They're going for the gold. They have been Olympians They have got medals at World Championships. Brad Kohfeldt looks like he's got it. Here comes Bevan Doherty side by side, making the move at the finishing line. Unbelievable last 20 meters as they make the dive. Very difficult to call. I think it is Bevan Doherty.
Oh man, I was just thinking Beijing, I got to redeem myself, and you know, I knew I had a good sprint finish, and to be honest, I knew I was up against one of the best sprinters, so to beat Brad was pretty awesome. We didn't know who won for about 5 minutes, so it was certainly a very close finish, and certainly my hardest sprint I've ever had to do.
Yeah, I mean, it was Chichivaris again for me. So close, but you know, I felt great out there today, and I was just, you know, that last lap I felt better and better, and I just wanted to wait for the sprint finish because I was backing myself there and coming onto the straight, and I thought I had Bevan, but he come back, then I fought again, and the floor was very slippery, so you know, I lost my track in just the last couple of metres, but yeah, it was a close one. You know, I was very happy to get second, but I wanted to win today, but you know, there's many more races this year.
A difficult pill to be silver. Brad Kohfeldt taking the silver. Number 5 World Cup win for Doherty, and the first ever podium for Polanski from Russia.